Tonight, the Wiregrass says goodbye to a man who covered its stories and people for decades. WDHN's Mike Gurspan, reporter, anchor, and colleague. Just months ago, diagnosed with a deadly form of brain cancer, this afternoon Mike lost his battle against glioblastoma. After covering thousands of stories over the years, his last one will be his own. Good evening, I'm Michael Rinker. For the better part of 3 decades, WDHN's Mike Gurspan covered the news in the Wiregrass. Over the years, he's been in the living rooms of hundreds of thousands of viewers, and it was less than 19 weeks ago Mike was sitting in this chair. Then he got the news that he had a very aggressive brain cancer. Doctors removed his tumor, then began treatment, but it wasn't enough. And late this afternoon, around 4 o'clock, Mike passed away at Flowers Hospital. Tonight, WDHN's Robert Smith looks at the legacy he left in this area.
Mom and pop restaurant here at the intersection of North 3rd Avenue and Kirkland.
For some 3 decades, Mike Gurspan has been in the homes of the people of the Wiregrass, anchoring newscasts.
I'm Mike Gurspan. Thanks for choosing us.
Reporting stories.
If indeed the referendum issue is passed,
directing sports coverage.
The Gulf Coast Community College basketball team committed the unthinkable.
And having a world of fun along the way.
Travesty.
I'm in a pickle.
This is a travesty.
He is a tremendous person.
Mike started his career majoring in broadcast journalism at the University of Florida in the late 1970s. During his senior year, he was a kicker for the Florida Gators football team. That's where he developed a love for sports and cemented a future in journalism.
Completely downhill. His wife is in love.
He graduated in 1980 and stayed around Florida, kicking off his broadcasting career in the Panhandle, working at several stations in Panama City. WJHG, WMBB, working as a reporter, anchor, even doing the weather.
the seawater temperature, I put my thermometer out there in the water just a second ago. It read at 58 degrees. So it's
in 1992, Mike moved north a few miles, bringing his talents to the Wiregrass. Working at WTVY as the bureau chief for Coffee and Geneva counties, he covered big stories like the 1994 Elba floods, the 2007 Enterprise tornado, and the 2009 Sampson murders.
Citizens have been getting calls saying that they have warrants out for their...
Mike eventually made his way to WDHN News. Mike continued to cover the Western Wiregrass. It seems like he knew every corner and everyone in Coffee and Geneva County. He didn't just cover the news there, he lived there. It was home. And Mike had a special passion for the people there.
We just always could depend on Mike whenever we had something that was newsworthy.
A half dozen Wiregrass football teams will compete in the second round.
But news wasn't his only passion, and Mike also got back into the sports game, covering high school competition, profiling athletes, and grabbing more highlights than young reporters less than half his age.
31.
So the debut for Enterprise coach Rick Darlington, not quite what he wanted.
Mike's been a big part of the Esther Point High School football show, where he was known as Uncle Gurspan, and known for saying,
"Carbonator, roll that big skin footage."
Around the time of the pandemic, Mike started to focus once again on news, anchoring WDHN News at 6 and the Fox News at 9, the newscast we produce for WDFX.
Warrants out for their arrest on a money laundering charge.
Then, last fall, Mike started having eye problems, seeing double vision. He was diagnosed with brain cancer and sent to UAB Hospital, where he was in surgery for about 4 hours. Doctors were able to remove about 95% of a malignant brain tumor.
I had no idea I had it. So, if you don't feel well, folks, if you're out there, get checked out.
He started radiation and chemotherapy in Dothan this January. The community rallied around Mike, hoping he could beat the odds, sending so many messages of love, even holding a fish fry fundraiser.
When we heard that Mike was ill and all, we wanted to do something to show our appreciation and also help Mike.
Mike's roots go all the way back to New York, where he grew up on Long Island, but once he moved down for college, this Jewish boy from the Northeast never left Alabama and the Panhandle. He has a sister and 2 nephews. And he has a family of several thousand other people scattered across the Wiregrass, the people he reported on every day, the people he visited with, the people he worked with, and the people he became friends with.
It's been so many years that we worked together and so many faces I see over the last 3 to 4 decades.
So many faces, so many stories. Mike spent most of his life reporting in this area. It was never just a job, it was home.
And words alone can't describe the impact Mike had on the Wiregrass and us here at WDHN. He was often out the door reporting at 9 in the morning. Then he would come into the newsroom around 1 in the afternoon, put together his stories that day, and then anchor the news until 10 o'clock or later. He often talked about slowing down, but he loved his job way too much, and we know the Wiregrass will miss him, and we certainly will too. If you'd like to remember Mike, you can make a donation in his name to his favorite charity, the St. Jude's Children's Hospital.